And General McKenzie, General Townsend, thank you for being here. General McKenzie, congratulations on your upcoming retirement on the 1st of April. General Townsend, I want to follow up on a question that Senator Tillis and Tuberville asked specifically about the Wagner Group. I know, that you share this committee's concern about the Russian illegal invasion of Ukraine, and our allies have come together to cut off Putin's support around the world and the influence that he has. And I'm really glad we've taken these strong measures. It's necessary, and we need to do more. But we also need to continue to monitor Russian-backed activity around the world. So specifically with regards to the Wagner Group in Africa, I find this increasing presence disturbing and affects our strategic goals in the area. So, General, specifically, how do you see the Wagner Group's activity impacting our efforts to, one, suppress violent extremist groups, and two, support a transition to democratic governance in the region?
Thanks, Senator. I think in a number of ways. First, for example, overflight permissions. So with a continent as vast as Africa, we absolutely depend on air movement for everything. And when we see Wagner move in, they impose overflight restrictions, either through the government withdrawing permissions for overflight, or in the case of Libya, Wagner importing sophisticated advanced surface-to-air missile systems to protect their activities there, but also deny the airspace. We can see some of this playing out in Mali as Wagner first started arriving there, and now overflight permissions are becoming more challenging there. Then secondly, usurping partnerships. So as we've seen, and just happened just now in Mali, the Malian government has asked the French forces to depart and instead have invited in this Russian PMC. And I think that is disturbing. It's impacting our partnership with that same government as well. And I think that's not good for Mali's future.
And what do you think the strategic goals that they might be advancing for Russian leadership would be? Like, what's the overall goal here? So
for Wagner, they are guns for hire. They're a for-profit organization, and they are going to be extracting natural resources out of Africa. And we see this in all the countries that they're located in, whether it's oil, gas, gold, diamonds, strategic minerals. That's what they're going to be going after, and that's how they're probably going to earn their remittance. But at what they're doing for the Kremlin, though, is they're usurping those partnerships. They're displacing Western influence, like France, for example, in Mali. And I think that's what they're trying to block us out, and Wagner's trying to make a profit while they do it.
And it sounds like they're being somewhat successful. So what do we need to be doing? What kind of changes do we need to make, either alone or with our partners, to counter this expanding Russian influence in the region?
Senator, despite their recent gain or success in Mali, and I think that remains to be seen whether they're going to be successful there or not. I predict they will not be successful in the long run. An example, though, is in Libya, where they have worn out their welcome there, and the Libyans, even the Libyans who the Russians supported in the civil war, now want them to depart. So actually, I think that they're probably their own worst enemy.
So the Libyan people are now against this, I don't want to call it an occupation, but this force being there and amongst the community. It seems that in Mali, they do have support, general support from the public. Do you see that turning at some point?
I do, and I think they're very early stages. They've only been arriving in the last couple of months, and they're preparing to get under operations. So I think that they will wear out their welcome. I do believe that.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Kelly. Senator